My continued coverage of the Eubank Jr. Ben fight. I'm seeing all these interviews with Chris Eubank Jr. I'm reading the comments and I'm trying to put it all together. I'm reading comments that Chris Eubank Sr. was saying that one of his favorite fighters was Mike Tyson, Floyd Mayweather. Yet, Sr. is saying that the language of Conor Ben and Chris Eubank Jr. is against the rules, and their actions outside the ring are against the rules. And I'm like, well, how are you not coming down on Mike Tyson and Floyd Mayweather if that's true that those are some of the fighters that he admires? Now, I didn't hear him say this, but I read it and I read some comments. I have to look into it. But if that's the case, that's very interesting. And it seems a bit contradictory on Chris Eubank Sr.'s behalf. But now, this guy is still saying, with what? We have like 3 days left until the fight. He's still very confident that this fight is not going to take place. And every time he's talking to someone, and he was on a panel and they were talking about the fight, George Groves was talking about he's working the fight. And he was saying, basically, keep dreaming because the fight's not happening. And they're like, well, what are you talking about? Where are you getting this? He keeps saying it's against the rules because of the weight difference. He's saying Conor Ben is 147 and his son is probably 180 now and will have to work his way down. George Groves was like, yeah, but your son fights at 160. He's not coming down a whole weight class. But Senior's argument is that, well, did you hear the interview with Conor Ben? He said after this fight, he's going back down to 147. That is against the rules, he keeps saying. And they keep explaining to him, yeah, but for this fight, he's going to weigh 160. Even if he goes down, he'll still be at 160. So how's that against the rules? He doesn't seem to get it, or he doesn't want to get it. He said if it wasn't this weight disparage thing going on, that he'd be in the corner of his son. He's basing it all on the weight pretty much, even though he talks about language and stuff. I agree with him on the language being despicable, but for him to say his son's boxing license should be revoked because of the egg incident and other stuff, I'm like, really? I think he wants that for Conor Ben too. He's just really against this fight, and he's pretty confident it's not going to take place. But the thing I just don't understand is he went up all the way to cruiserweight, didn't come back down, but he still changed weight classes. Just because Conor Ben says he's going back down, how's that against the rules? He's looking at it still like, well, he's really 147. That's why he's going back down. That's against the rules. Yeah, but that's a weird way to look at it. Now, it'd be different if he was fighting a 160-pounder at 147, but he's going to weigh 160 himself. So if he steps on the scales and weighs 160, the fight is legit. I don't know why Senior keeps looking at it. He's looking at it in a weird way. The glass half empty or half full. It's one of those things. Tomato, tomato, potato, potato. Dago, Diego, one of those kind of things. But Senior, it's not illegal, man. It might be something you don't like because it's kind of dangerous, perhaps. The yo-yo weights and dieting and all that. It might be kind of dangerous and all that, but it's not illegal. Something you don't approve of, but I don't believe the fight's going to get canceled this close to the fight. Tickets have been sold, a lot of money behind the hype, and when I say he, I'm talking about Chris Eubank Sr. had like his nephew or something on, and they asked him, did he think the fight would take place? And he said, well, yeah, same reason I'm giving, because of all the promotional money involved in the fight. It'd be kind of like throwing your money out the window at this point if the fight is canceled again. But it's not illegal. It's not illegal. And if he's coming down so hard on Conor Ben and Chris Eubank Jr. for their language, then come down on everybody else that uses bad language, not just them two, And if he wants to talk about actions outside the ring and if he's really a fan of Mike Tyson, what about Mike Tyson biting Evander Holyfield biting Lennox Lewis at the press conference. The language. So come on, man. Come on. It's like the guy, I don't know his name, that was interviewing Senior. He was saying, Nigel Ben's and Connor Ben's corner. This is about legacy. Like, pretty much saying you should be there. George Groves had a joke when they brought up legacy. He said, or legacy. Nobody laughed. I think they were just uncomfortable because Senior was there. If Senior wasn't there, they would have all been laughing. But it's not illegal, man. It's not illegal, and I wish he quit saying it because I thought maybe I was missing something, so I looked into it myself. It's not illegal. Might be something you don't prefer, but hey, what are you going to do, man? You get in your son's corner. That's what you do. You get in his corner because you might not share the same opinion 20 years from now. And everybody will be fine. Everybody will be fine. Nobody's going to leave the arena in a crazy manner. I believe it'll end in a knockout, but it's not going to be nothing where, Apollo Creed, Drago type of thing. It's not going to be that. Do you guys get Senior's point about it being illegal? He keeps saying, it's illegal. It's against the rules. It's illegal. It's against the rules. And, he says his S's. It's illegal. It's against the rules. That little S thing be cracking me up. I think because he used to have a lisp and he got his teeth done or something. But it just be cracking me up how he hits his S's. It's like it's illegal. It's against the rules. Senior, stop it. The fight's going on, homie. It's not getting canceled. It's going on. And if I'm wrong, I'll come back and say I'm wrong. Anyway, it's the J. Roos Theory. Thanks for watching. Cash App, $J Roos 33, backup platform and WJ, Instagram, the J. Roos Theory, LSR forever. And be fearless, homie. Yay.